Pranamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanora Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are looking at the Panchadasi 11th chapter, where Vidyaranya is analyzing the happiness that one gains in the deep sleep state. Highest happiness is Brahmananda. That is where one recognizes that Aham Brahmasmi, a Brahmavit or Atmavit, because Brahmavit same as Atmavit, because he experiences the Brahmavit. Knowing Brahman, he experienced the Brahmananda. Knowing Atma, he experienced the Brahmananda. That means essentially knowing Atma is same as knowing Brahman, because Aham Brahmasmi is the knowledge. So Brahmaiva Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. Knower of Brahman becomes Brahman only because that Brahman is I am. So knower of Brahman means I am the Brahman is the knowledge, and therefore he becomes a Brahman only. Or he doesn't really become Brahman, he recognizes that he is Brahman. It's a recognition. Means reanalyzing, realization of my true nature is essentially what it implies. Sarva bhusastam atmanam, sarva bhutani chamatmani. So Krishna says, one who sees oneself in everything and everything in oneself, he alone really understands what the self really means. And therefore, nidrayantu sukham yattatu janyate kena hetuna sukhabi mukhadi radau paschat majjet pare sukhe. So all other ingredients to get to sleep, that is the soft bed and all that, are conducive sadhanani for happiness in the waking state, since you have not slept yet. But once you go into deep sleep state, it's not based on sadhana. It is self-revealing without any instruments for happiness. It is because pure ananda is being reflected there, and therefore that it is different from, appears to be different from, I should say appears to be different from the happiness that one gains during the waking state and the dream state. There the instruments help you to reach there, but there you naturally go there. So ultimately it is that state only being reflected both in the deep sleep state as well as in the waking state also, the happiness. That's why I say I experience happiness, you don't say I am happy. I experience pleasure, you can say, but I am experiencing happiness, you don't say, because I am happy, I am sorrow. That's exactly what you understand. Now we will read the 43. Jagrat vyavruttibhihi shranto Jagrat vyavruttibhihi shranto Visramatya virodhini Apanite swasta chittaha Anubhavet vishaye sukham Together. Jagrat vyavruttibhihi shrantaha Visramyatha virodhini Apanite swasta chittaha Anubhavet vishaye sukham. So Jagrat vyavruttibhihi. So in the case of waking state, vyavruttibhihi, it is that the transactions are the one that is causing in the waking state. So I am continuously transacting in the world, here doing this, doing that, like a rat race, going here, running under. Sometimes we complain that even the 24 hours are not sufficient because so many do list is there and you don't have time to do all that. So therefore, transactionally you are so busy in the waking state. Shantaha, one gets tired of it. Ultimately, all day working, I'll say, I am so tired, I want to sleep. So, Jagrat vyavruttibhihi shantaha, visramasya, so having relaxed, ata thereafter, Virodhini, so the opposite of the suffering, essentially sorrow, that is the pure is apanite, having the sorrows. Virodhini, the sorrows are apanite, contradictory things are being given up. Apanite, having given up. Here Virodhini stands for the opposites, or means these are not this and this are not differentiations and all that which is available in the transactional world. Apanite, having given up. Swasya chittaha, relaxed and comforted in your own self. Vishaye anubhavet. So in the objective sukham, you lie, when you are lying down, you are experiencing the objective happiness in the waking state. But once you get tired of this objective happiness, you want your own happiness coming from your own self, and they say, I am too tired, I want to sleep. Why you want to sleep? That state will relaxes you. That state will not have any dvaita problems. That state will not have any suffering related to it. Therefore you want to get into that state. And that's what is the everybody's experience. And one experiences the happiness once you glide into the deep sleep state. In fact, you cannot even say when I am gliding into a deep sleep state. You just go to sleep and you never know when you are in the deep sleep state also. That is the concept of time itself is gone in that. So time, space, everything is gone. You are beyond all those things and enjoying the homogeneous absence of duality, and that's what suffering, absence of suffering, and that is the self-shining experience of that. We'll do 44. Atma mukadhi vritti, Atma mukadhi vrittau, Atma mukadhi vrittau, Swananda pratibimbati, Swanandaha pratibimbati, Anubhuyaina matrani, Triputya shantim apnuyat. Together. Atma mukadhi vrittau, Swananda pratibimbati, Anubhuyaina matrani, Triputya shantim apnuyat. So Atma abhimukha dhi vritti. So in the vritti, in the modification of the mind, that is turned towards Atma abhimukham, turns towards the Atma, turns towards the self. So he is explaining what's happening in the deep sleep state. Until then I am running around all over into the names and forms of the world. That's called Vyavaharika, whether it's a deep in the waking state or even in the dream state, where I am having a dream transactions with the dream world, where still I am looking out. Therefore it is related to the external conducive subject object, and the relation between that Triputi is coming into picture in all sadhana oriented or transactionally oriented happiness. That's why I get tired also. The happiness going after also I get tired of it. It's interesting. So Atma abhimukadhi vrittau. Now I am turning towards the Atma abhimukham. In the turn towards my own self. I don't want anything else. I want to be myself. That's what people say, and I want to go to sleep. So that's essentially Anubhuyaina matrani, Triputya shantimapnuyat. So this Atma abhimukadhi vritti, turning towards self, the swatmanandaha, one's own happiness, is api enam anubhuya. This having experienced Triputya by the Triputi, shantam apnoti. The one tiredness is shantam, is gone. So by reveling into one's own self in the deep sleep state, the tiredness that you got by transaction in the transactional world is gone. That's why people want to go to sleep. I am so tired, and when you get up from the sleep, obviously you should be free from tiredness. Some people get up in the sleep and say, complain that I'm too tired. That means what? They didn't sleep very well. Why they didn't sleep? Because they were dreaming all the time. Why they were dreaming all the time? They had too much of the suppressions and oppressions of the waking state. How to vomit out, and that itself is another samsara going on in the deep sleep, in the dream state, and they didn't have enough time for mind to rest, because these are much more, and they have to wash out of this to be prepared for the next day. But when he gets up when he or she gets up from the deep sleep, they look more tired of, say, I didn't have good sleep. Okay, he may be sleeping for long, but he will complain that he didn't have good sleep. Good sleep is he is not able to go to deep sleep state, because the mind is holding on to the transactional world. That's what essentially. So one who goes to deep sleep state, they don't need much sleep at all. So needed also. Normally says you need 8 hours of sleep. For Jnani gets relaxed in no time, because once he go to sleep, because he goes directly into that state, and then because there is not much of the waking to the dream worries are not there, so it's easy for him to give up anything and glide into that, and he doesn't need that long sleep restful, because he gets up rested even for few hours of sleep also. That's why the Mahatmas get up very early. I used to see that Swamiji used to get up at almost like 3:30 and 4 started working on it. It's interesting. Atmabhimukhadhivruttau swananda pratibhimbati anubhuyaina matrani triputya shanti mapnuyat. Actually, I go to sleep every day 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, that's my time. After 10 o'clock, I'm not responsible for what I do. Normally, I try to go, that's why I don't want TV or anything else. I just walk into my room and then close the door and then sleep. And I get up almost like 4:30 every day, whether it's a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it doesn't matter. So habitually I get up early and then do my yoga and all those business. But that much sleep is sufficient. In between I may have to get up because of the body demands that I have to go to bathroom and so on. And still that hours of sleep is enough for taking rest, because there is not much of worries I have. So because I let my wife worry about all the things I don't worry about. Atmabhimukhadhivruttau swanandaha pratibhimbati anubhuyaina matrena triputyas shanti mapnuya. So one is so tired about work on the day to day, he wants to go, is tired, he wants to go to sleep, where he experiences his own happiness, and in the process he is also getting relaxed. The mind gets relaxed, so that because mind is folded and there is no more duality, subject object duality is not there, and when he comes out of that deep sleep state, mind has rested enough for activities in the world. So that's essentially, so the nature of deep sleep state is being explained in that. Now we go to 45. Tasramasya apanutyartham jivaha dhavet paratmani tenaikyam prapya tatrataha tenaikyam prapya tatrataha tenaikyam prapya tatratyah tenaikyam prapya tatratyah brahmananda swayam bhavet together. Tasramasya apanutyartham jivaha dhavet paratmani tenaikyam prapya tatratyah brahmanandam swayam bhavet. Tatra samasya, because of the tiredness, apanutyartham, to get rid of the tiredness during the waking state and the dream state, jivaha, the jiva, paramatmani dhavate, he runs towards the paramatma. So even when people are suffering, what do? They run to the temples and all that. Why? To get rid of this tiredness. So people are worried and all that. Everyone runs to the temple and I say, oh Lord, give me this, give me that, because giving that will be more peaceful for them, not having them. So because having them is causing a lot more problems, so they demand, oh Lord, give me this. So they run to the hospital. Whenever there is a tapatrayam, they go not to the hospital, to the temple, and you see a lot more bhaktas there, and they are interested in what? Not in Advaita Vedanta and all that. They are interested in getting rid of their tapatrayam, getting of the problems that have to be solved by gaining this, gaining that, gaining this. Oh Lord, please help me to get this, please help me to that, and please, oh Lord, help my daughter get married, or my son get education. All those demands are going on, and healthy, make them happy, make them healthy, make them. So demands will be so they all run to the temple. Why do they want to going there? Because they are tired of the problems that they are having. So they want to approach. So Dhavati means they run to Lord Paramatma, to Supreme Brahman. They run so to get rid of the problems that they have in the transactional world. Same thing happens when you go to deep sleep state, to run from the transactional world to the deep. That's how the Acharya here trying to compare here. So people going to the temples, people doing prayers, people doing all rituals, everything is nothing but trying to reach that state of free from this transactional world or tiredness of the mind, which is getting tired due to the transactional world. Tat shramasya anupatyartham jivaha dhavet paratmani tenaikyam prapya tatratyah brahmanandam swayam bhavid. So tena aikyam, by identifying himself with the Paramatma in that seat of meditation. So when you identify to the degree one with the Lord, so when you go to the temple, what do? You stand in front of the temple and put namaskaram and close your eyes. So it's a very interesting. So one fellow going all the way from Kerala to go to Badrinath. So one foreigner wanted to know why he wants to go all the way to Badrinath and all that. So anyway, he followed him all the way to Badrinath. So in those days there were no trains or planes. He was walking and took many days, and after a month or so he came to Badrinath. Now he wants to know what he's going to do in Badrinath. So he stands in front of Badrinarayana and then put namaskaram and close his eyes. Why is he closing his eyes? He came all the way to see to the Lord, and why he wants to close his eyes? He cannot see the Lord when he closes his eyes. So the idea is you go all the way, then why? You close your eyes to see not the Lord out there, not the inside there. So why don't you close your eyes there in that? Because that environment was not conducive enough to see the Lord there. For him, he has to go to Badrinath only to see Lord Narayana, and when he sees the Narayana, then he has to see the Lord Narayana in himself. That is the real bhakti. And therefore, in every running to the temple, people go there and then close their eyes there, is because of their aikyam, by identity with the Lord himself, in aikyam, prapya tatratyaha. So that which is available in the deep sleep state, also same thing too, that because you are one identifying himself with the Lord by himself, and Brahmanandam bhavet. So one can gain the same happiness by going into deep sleep state as you are in standing in front of the Lord. That is, what you want to do is get rid of all your problems, and you are tired of the problems because the mind is dwelling into those problems continuously. You want the mind to get rid of the problems, and you want to solve the problems and get rid of, but you also can go to deep sleep state and solve these problems temporarily. Only problem is when you get up, you have same problems, and again you have to running around and all that. If you are going there without any problems, you can enjoy coming back and going back. You can enjoy both. So it's a different story for a jnani. It also talks about it here. So everyone is running to the temple only because they are tired of the things that are there in the transactional world, where the sadhana involved, that which contributes to either happiness or suffering also. It's interesting. Now we're talking about the waking state and the dream state and the deep sleep state, and even bhakti is also coming into this picture here. 46 we'll do. Drishtantas Shakunisyenaha Drishtanta Shakunisyenaha Kumarascha Mahanrupaha Kumarascha Mahanrupaha Mahabrahmana Icchete Suptyanande Srutiritaha Suptyanande Sutiritaha. So now he is referring to the quotation from the Upanishad. Says Drishtantaha. There are examples are given in the Upanishad, and it says Suptyanande, the one gaining happiness in the deep sleep state. Yes, Sakuni, the bird, or the Rishi also, Sakuni. So that's not Sakuni. The Sakuni, the bird, and Sakuni, Syena, the eagle, Cha, Kumaraha, the child, Mahanrupaha, the mighty king, Mahabrahmanaha, the wise person or the great scholar, Iti, and all these are Suti Iritaha. Suti declares that they go to get deeply the bliss in the deep sleep state, irrespective of who it is. Here is giving you different, everybody is going there to get sleep. Every jiva of different varieties here is given reference. One is Sakuni, a bird, or Swena, the eagle, or Kumara, a small child, or Mahanrupaha, a mighty king. Everybody wants to go to Nidra Vokkate in Telugu, in Annamacharya. Whether it's a king or a pauper, they want to go to the sleep state to forget about their problems. And because they're tired of their problems, a king is tired of his problems, and a beggar is tired of his problems. And both want to go to this. They're neither a king nor a beggar. That is Nidra Vokkati. They are all with the Brahmananda. They are united with the Brahman. Just as people are trying to go to temple to unite with the Lord only, so that they can forget the problems here. So is prayer helpful? Prayer helpful if they go to the temple to get united with the Lord, because they are getting rid of these problems. So one has to be careful, because people ask me a lot of questions. Is a prayer helpful? If by praying things come, then why do I have to work hard and all that? So when I was a child, I used to go to the temple to oh Lord, get first mark in this, and get first mark. My father said, instead of praying, Lord, you sit down and study. That will be more useful than going there to the temple, because Lord has already given you a book for you to read, and teacher provided you teach. That is the means on which Lord is blessing you for that. But for the children, we don't know. We just go there by doing to coconuts more. You get first class. Anyway, that's a immature mind only goes that. So for them at least go until they learn what is the nature. That's why Artho, Artharthi, Jigyasu, Jnanincha, Bharatarshabha. This is Chaturvida Bhajante Mam. People worshipping in a four different ways. Some only people worship when they are in a desperate position. Artha, Artharthi, those who want, I want this, I want this, I want this, they also worship the Lord. And the one who wants to, who is this Lord to give anything? So what is the nature of the Lord? So one who wants to inquire about it, Jigyasu, and the one who knows about the nature of the Lord, which is nothing but my own self, that is Jnani. These are four types of bhaktas, of which Jnani is the supreme bhakta. That's what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. But here, Drishtantaha. So here he gives an example. Every jiva of varieties only here, for example, illustrative example, whether it is the small bird or a big bird, or a small child or Mahaking, the emperor. Everybody wants to go to sleep because they are tired of transactional happiness that comes through sadhanani. That's very small, because we already said you have three problems. One is dukkha misri tattvam, then asamtruptikaram, then bandhakatvam. These are the three defects associated with sadhana oriented. Sadhana means the instrument oriented happiness that we get. One is, it is dukkha misri tattvam. I have to work hard to get it. So in trying to get it, I have to suffer, and in gaining this, there is always suffering. And if in preserving it also, I have a problem, because everybody else wants the same thing also. And I have to make sure it is locked up in this place, that place, and so on. And if I lose it also, I have a problem. So that called dukkha misri tattvam. So this is always mixed with the suffering. So gaining is a problem, preserving is a problem, losing is a problem. In all this object oriented, because object can be there, cannot be there. Because my happiness depends upon having the object. And that's what is called the attachment to the object. And the other one is dukkha misri tattvam and asamtruptikaram, because when I get something, it's only temporarily happiness, because another desire comes for the happiness. So again my mind gets agitated to go out for next object. So therefore it is always asamtruptikaram. It is not end of itself unless there is no more object for me that I need. That means I gone everything. That means I have Brahman. That's the only way. And no other way I can get happiness absolute. So it is asamtruptikaram. And most importantly, it is bandhakatvam. I depend on it for my happiness, and therefore all this transactional happy, I get tired ultimately. Therefore that is the one. This is parikshalokan karmachidan brahmano nirvedamayan nasya krutakrutera. Only by thinking, this is not the way to get happiness. Parikshalo, by examining that I cannot get my happiness by these temporarily, by fulfilling desires, and that's what has to be happen. But this is an example for the birds as well as a child wants to go to deep sleep state. Even Mahan Rupaha, even the mighty emperor also wants to go to sleep to get rid of this. And Mahabrahmana, even the wise person also wants, or even the scholar also. Iti ete swapyanande stutirate. They are all run to the deep sleep state Ananda, and that's what this scripture Iditaha declares. So here example of the scriptural statement. It comes from the Chandogya Upanishad, the 6th chapter and the 8th section, and the second mantra is there, given reference here. Sekuni sutra baddhaha san, Sekuni sutra baddhaha san, Dikshu Vyaprutya Visramam, Dikshu Vyaprutya Visramam, Alambad Bandhanastanam, Alambadva Bandhanastanam, Alabdva Bandhanastanam, Hastasthambha Dupashrayed, Hastasthambha Dupashrayed. Together, Sekuni sutra baddhaha san, Dikshu Vyaprutya Visramam, Alabdva bandhanastanam, Hastasthambha Dupashrayet. So sutra bandhaha san Sekuni, a bird that is tied to by a small thread to a pillar. So even though it is tied to by a small thread, the bird, Dikshuhu prapyutya, it wants to be free, so it tries to go around and transact here all over, depending on the length of the thread. It flies all over the world, all over the place. So Dikshu prapyutya, in flying different directions, Visramam, and there is no place for it to rest, Alabdva, not having any place to rest, Bandhanastanam, it comes back to the same place. This is Hastasthambhadi, and the place where it has the stambhadi, either in the hand, if it is tied to the hand, or a pillar, it comes back, or a post, Upasramet, comes back to rest. So just as is an example by Chandogya Upanishad, just as a bird tied with a small thread, and it goes all over the place to searching for happiness, and it gets tired of it and comes back to rest again on either where it was tied to the hand or on the pillar. Same way, Jiva runs around all over the place, gets tired and come back to his own self for finding happiness. So that's how the illustration in the Chandogya Upanishad. This we will deal again in the next talk. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.